Hello everybody, and just here, and welcome back to Ancient Magus Bride, Episode 9, Season 2, Episode 9. Yeah, I had a brain fart for a moment. I forgot what I'm recording. But yeah, Ancient Magus Bride, Mahoutsukai no Yome. Second part of second season is already out, so I'm gonna have to pick up the pace with this one to get to the second half of the second season. We're just entering some whatchamacallit, Attack on Titan realm of second half of the second season of the final part of the final episode of the second half of the final season, or whatever part is Attack on Titan at right now. Well, okay, it's not as bad, but still, second part of the second season, why not just call it Season 3 at this point? Am I right or am I right? But yeah, regardless of that. What happened in the previous episode? Well, we went out to do some bushcrafting. And Elias went with Chise, half of Elias at least, just to serve with his advice, but without any actual ability. So he wouldn't be able to help her. So she had to deal herself with that centaur-looking monster who isn't really a centaur. Naklaweave. Yeah, Naklaweave. With the Naklaweave. And she managed to defeat it with the help of Rian, who got a weapon from Joe, who isn't named Joe but actually Isaac, and the Not Kelpie. What was that Not Kelpie called? I'm not gonna be able to recall that. Yeah, I don't remember. The Not Kelpie. And what? And that's basically it. That's basically it, yeah. So I guess Chise got some experience with teamwork, with Rian, with Isaac, and with others. She also saved Philomela. No, it wasn't Philomela who was attacked by the Naklaweave. Sucked out of her magic power. It was... fuck. There are so many characters to keep track of. Was it Lucy? It was Lucy. Yeah, it was Lucy, because Lucy at night went out of their tent to use the toilet, and then she was attacked by... No, not by the Naklaweave. Naklaweave was there coincidentally. Something else sucked out the mana out of Lucy. Who could it have been? What could it have been? We don't know. Maybe has something to do with Philomela, with the gift she got from her mother. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me if Philomela was gathering mana for whatever nefarious purpose. And that's it. And that's it, basically, I think. I don't think there's anything more to talk about when it comes to the previous episode. So how about I just stop talking and we jump into this one? I don't know what's gonna happen in today's episode, because of the fairly episodic nature of this show. I just hope we are not back to episodes of talking, that it's not just going to be an episode with Chise and Elias talking about are we master and pupil, or are we betrothed, or who are we really? Oh, we don't need to give it a name because names don't matter. What matters is what we... That was such a bad episode. Hopefully nothing like that happens again. And I believe at the end of the previous episode there was some shenanigans going on in the blue laboratory. Or was it the previous episode? I'm not sure. But yeah, there's some shenanigans going on in the underbelly of the story. We'll see where it goes, right? To do that, you will of course need your subs to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound, my earphones, unfortunately, not headphones, because I had my ear re-pierced and I can't touch it for a while, so if my voice sounds weird or what have you, it's because I just can't hear my voice well with those motherfuckers in my ears. So, yeah, hopefully it's not too long, and after a couple of weeks I'm gonna be able to be back to my trusty headphones. And I'm also gonna have to ask you for your support, monetary on Patreon or YouTube itself down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, cost nothing helps a lot. And with all of that out of the way, we can start watching episode 9 of second season of Mahoutsukai no Yome in 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm? Oh, it's the slave trader. We haven't seen him since season 1. Interesting. His family? Wait, is Lucy his family? Is Lucy a part of the, like, slave trading family or something along those lines? That would be an interesting connection if Chise was sold by Lucy's uncle or something like that. Right? And now they are roommates. Oh my god, they are roommates. Actually, I'm gonna note it down. Where are you? Mahoutsukai no Yome. There it is. Lucy is family with slave trader that sold Chise. Conscience does make cowards of us all, part 1. Okay, another two-parter. I love me some two-parters. Still hasn't woken up? Chise, can you make some potion mixture, something like that? Right. Chise had to sacrifice some of her magic power, her little ponytail, as payment to the not Kelpie. Well, wanted to. Hello, Elias. Right, that's the biggest question here, isn't it? Okay, a brand new emotion. Yep. Yeah, exactly that. That's exactly what Chise is feeling right now. Yeah, don't be jealous. It's a contest now. New hairstyle? I like the previous hairstyle more, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, she did well, ultimately. Right, that was the very important thing in the previous episode. Chise's dragon powers. Let's ask Cartaphilus. He's ought to know. Hikikomori as ever. That's a way to phrase it. Also, does it not rain inside of this well? I mean, he makes a fair point. Yeah, it's a part of you. Oh, Cartaphilus. He's really struggling with depression, doesn't he? Yep. Right. Now that you know that you can just kill, will you be able to stop yourself from doing so again? And I guess there is that glass pavilion on over top, so it's not going to rain inside. Yep, it's family. I was correct. Sister, okay. Yeah, we're roommates actually. Oh, she's waking up. Okay, she's getting better. Or worse. That's also a possibility, I guess. Call the nurse. What's that? Is she getting inside of Lucy's head? Inside of her memories or something? Yep, seems to be the case. Now, are all those deaths Lucy's doing? Or something that Lucy witnessed? And what the fuck are you talking about? spiders. Okay. They they don't have the best relationship, it seems. Loser? What you mean by loser? I don't know, man. The mysteries are just keep piling up. That's a very good question. Yes, Philomela in her cloud form. Hello. Why not? Chise is just naturally helpful. It's her nature. She's just a good girl, simple as. Okay. Slowly opening up to Chise. Very slowly, but still. Hello, Rian. Hello, Joe. Okay. Whomst? Oh, it's those two who were in this blue lab. Hmm. Philomela? Something tells me Philomela was dispatched to the academy to steal whatever it was. Those are some dope designs. Okay, so it's not something, hidden even from the college. It's okay. I thought there's maybe some third party experimenting in secret in the college's underbelly or something. Carnamagos. Okay, so it seems like all those scenes in the blue lab, as I referred to it, uh, weren't really anything nefarious, but rather just people visiting the uh, storage of the secret books. Okay, I guess that's sufficient to start being worried. Lucy. Necronomicon, basically. Well, whoever obtained that book made use of it on Lucy. Now, question is, was that someone Philomela? Or not? A hair. Yep. Oh, spider silk. Lucy mentioned something about give us back your spiders? Webster, Lucy Webster. Someone trying to frame the Websters? I'd say it's a reasonable assumption. Someone stole the spiders of the Webster family and made use of them. I guess we're not gonna learn about it. Okay. A doctor? With a lizard tail. And... okay. He got stressed and his disguise fell off. Okay. Makes sense why the book was created by them, seemingly. And then the spiders were stolen. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, my bet is on Philomela slash Philomela's grandma. What did you expect? I mean, did you see how they look? Did you see their appearance? Sound sorcery. Okay. Interesting. What is friend that you speak of? Friendship runs deeper. Friends are someone you want to invite to your place, for example, and hang around. Friends are someone you're willing to help. Friends are someone who is willing to help you. You two are friends already. And he's gonna get either punched in the head or assassinated or something. Oh, it's the Necronomicon. Or the Cornamagos book, probably. Someone probably sucked out his magic power as well. Or his very life. That's a skill. Falling asleep sitting without any back on your chair or anything. He wouldn't be here if he hated you. Whomst. Okay, bodyguards. You, sir, are going to die. That was predictable. Whomst. It's the... No, nobody we've seen. A werewolf. Philomela. Philomela is a werewolf, 100 fucking %. Another werewolf. Okay. Okay. Okay, the story's picking up. The story's picking up. Now, does anybody here have a surname that has something to do with wolves or moon? Stella Barklem. Bark. Probably not, though. Philomela Sargent. Surname doesn't really give away anything. Nah, nobody really. Okay, so it could be anything. Oh, the blue eyes and yellow eyes. Again, nobody comes to mind. I thought it could be the Atwoods, April, and what's the other one? May. They are Veronica's, like, servants, goons, whatever you want to call them. I don't know, man. So much mystery. So much added mystery. Stop. I don't want to see spoilers. Stop. There we go. Safe. Okay. So, how about we watch this episode again? Shall we? Yes, we shall. Of course we shall. So, those two are his bodyguards. Does something in the OP now make more sense, I wonder? The twins, I thought that one of them might have yellow eyes and the other blue eyes, and they might be those werewolves, but no, doesn't seem to be the case. Both of them have lavender-ish eyes, something thereabouts. There's the granny on the left. There's the principal or headmistress on the right. Something tells me either Philomela or Philomela's family, the sergeants, are werewolves. The how do you spell it? Sergeant. Sergeant family are werewolves, and they were sent here to, I don't know, for some purpose. Maybe to finish off the last remainings of the Webster family. Yep. The werewolves are here to finish off the last remainings of the Webster family, because what other purpose would they have to attack Seth? Seth doesn't have control over his magic, so he's basically non-magical. He isn't really any sort of a, threat to anybody. He just has his auction house, he works at that auction house, and that's essentially it. He's not anybody super powerful, he's not a super powerful mage, he doesn't have, research that would be particularly important or anything of the sort. So why else attack him if not to get rid of the last living Webster? Although I guess his surname is Noel. I wonder if he changed it. Conscience does make cowards of us all. I guess I shouldn't tell him yet that I have enough magic power to spare. Why? I guess, yeah, you probably shouldn't be revealing all of your trump cards even to your friends. It's best to save some of that stuff for yourself. How does it feel to be worried? Brand new hairstyle. I'm not too fond of it, I'm gonna be honest. I like that tiny little ponytail on her. That was a very nice look. It was a change from season 1 when she had short hair, and now she had a little bit of longer, and it showed that kind of a character progression in time. And now I guess it's fine. I hope it grows back in. Your first thought shouldn't have been to go look for her by yourself, but it wasn't a bad decision as a mage. You made some really good decisions, and you saved your friend, and you saved yourself. You, got rid of the Naklaweave. Everything's fine. It felt like I could hear someone's voice from somewhere deep from within yourself. It tried to stop something from killing you. Can you really call it something bad? It tried to help you. Is it evil to try to help you? But now we enter the realm of what is a proportional response. I don't think I should have gone so far, right? The Naklaweave tried to kill me, but is the appropriate response to that killing the Naklaweave? Could I have done something else? Could I have maybe stunned it, or frozen it, or pushed it away or something like that. I didn't have to resort to killing it. But that was all I could do, it said. Because the dragon only knows destruction, the dragon only knows killing, so it did what it knows how to do. You're only here to regret it because you survived. There is truth to that. I mean, if she hasn't survived, she wouldn't be able to regret it, so that's quite obvious. But yeah, he's not wrong. Is that the voice of the dragon? I know, but it came from within you. Maybe it's your dark side. Maybe it's the dragon within you. Maybe it's Cartaphilus within you. Who knows? Maybe it's an alter ego you are forming. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's all of those at the same time. Maybe it's neither. Who knows? But it came from within you, and that says something. You heard the voice of a dragon gone mad, having cursed a human. You've had a taste of my past. You saw the source of malice and animus. Guided by the voice, you learned to hurt another. Once you know you can bare your fangs at your enemy, there's no going back to when you didn't know anything. This is great. This is something that has really good potential for Chise's development, for her changes, for her growth as a character. So far, all of the solutions that Chise used were peaceful, right? She didn't choose to destroy the corruption in Season 1, for example, on the Cat Island. She chose to resolve it peacefully. Even when it comes to the dragon, to Cartaphilus, she chose the non-violent or least violent option, at least. Cartaphilus still lives. He isn't chained to a wall or anything along those lines, right? But now she knows, perhaps consciously, perhaps subconsciously, that simple violence is an option, and that it's easy and it's effective. So when she gets attacked by someone now she has another option. Not just run or try to dissuade that someone, or turn into a phoenix and fly away, or throw some sticky goop at their feet or something like that. There is now the option to stand her ground and fight, and hurt, and harm, and kill. Will she be able to not make that choice? Will she be able to stop herself, to withstand the constant talking of the dragon who tells her that, hey, it can be solved really easily. You don't need to go through all of that. Just rip off their head and it's gonna be over. Will she be able to take control of herself? I can very easily see a situation where Chise has to fight Philomela, perhaps. She has to fight Philomela, and she has to stop herself from going sicko mode and just ripping and tearing. Chise has to control herself to not rip and tear. Chise has to fight Philomela. Philomela seems the most likely opponent so far. Seth is here, their family, so I was correct in that regard. I don't want to take out my highlighters right now. We're gonna do it at the end of this core, at least, because not a season. And suddenly Chise got a little bit of an insight into Lucy's mind. All of her family dead, and their spiders stolen. Now, does Lucy know that Chise knows? That's a question, because it's gonna make for some awkward conversation once Lucy is out of the hospital ward and back to the room with Chise. Go away. I don't want a loser like you to worry for me. Is it Lucy essentially saying, I was there when our family died and when our spiders were stolen? Where were you? You ran away? You're a coward? You're a loser? Why were you not there? I don't want you to worry for me. You didn't worry for the family, so I don't want you to worry for me. The title of this episode actually is something about cowardice. Conscience does make cowards of us all. Yeah, if you have your conscience, it can make you a coward. That kind of works with Chise, maybe, a little bit. With Philomela, right? She isn't going courageously about her tasks. She's cowardly because she has conscience, because she knows that what she's doing, whatever it is she's doing, is bad, is evil somehow. I guess maybe something along those lines. Orange and lavender, and Chise doesn't even need magic to be able to sniff Philomela out. She didn't expect to be sniffed out, of course. Did we see black mist somewhere in the hospital ward? I don't think we did. But I absolutely would have expected Philomela to be listening in on their conversations in her black mist form. Yeah, let's talk. I'm not used to talking with other people, but with you it's easier. But now there are more people, so see ya. Are there any records or of something being taken from the Forbidden Books storage? Yeah, all this time I really thought that they are some sort of another organization, or perhaps people working under the college, and the college itself is evil somehow. They're doing some human experimentation in the basement, or they're trying to crossbreed magical animals, or trying to create the ultimate magic to resurrect people, or, some nefarious things like that. But it seems they are just college employees. They aren't really hiding anything, and it was just a secret forbidden book storage, and not actually anything, nefarious like what I thought. That's cool. That's cool. Plenty of interesting designs among the staff. This guy has no ears. This guy is a plague doctor. This one just has a bandana on their face. Maybe their mouth is like a Kuchisake Onna or something like that. I don't know. The book was stolen, or rather vanished. Book number 5. The Testament of Carnamagos, or Carnamagos. Carnamagos. Testament of Carnamagos, Ancient Magus Bride Wiki. Okay. Oh, there we go. Cthulhu. List of Cthulhu mythos. Testament of Carnamagos was created by Clark Ashton Smith and first appeared in his short story Zithra. The text is featured more prominently in Smith's The Trader of the Dust. The book gives a description of the Great Old One, Quachil Uttus. Among others, only 2 copies are known of. The one was destroyed during the Spanish Inquisition. The only remaining copy is bound in shagreen and fastened with hasps of human bone. And the description: now, as he sat there in a state of Now, as he sat there in a state half terror, half stupor, his eyes were drawn to the wizard volume before him, the writings of that evil sage and seer, Carnamagos, which had been recovered 1,000 years ago from some Greco-Bactrian tomb, and transcribed by an apostate monk in the original Greek, in the blood of an incubus-begotten monster. In that volume were the chronicles of great sorcerers of old, and histories of demons earthly and ultra-cosmic, and the veritable spells by which the demons could be called up and controlled and dismissed. So basically, Lovecraftian spell, Lovecraftian Necronomicon. I mean, Necronomicon is Lovecraftian in the first place, but you know what I mean. Simply, when did this happen? I remember this happening, but when exactly? Or did it? Do I remember? Or am I just gaslighting myself that it happened? I'm not sure. Simply reading it can affect the reader, so Lovecraftian, very much so. We don't know much about its contents. A few insights. It can put living in mortal danger, describes ways to take in the life force and magic power of others. That's exactly what happened to Lucy. Do I have it noted down anywhere? Testament of Carnamagos was used to suck mana out of Lucy. There we go. That's one page of notes already. We're starting another page. How to create immortals, how to destroy immortals. Whatchamacallem? Cartaphilus would very much be interested in this book, right? Cartaphilus interested in Carnamagos testament because it can destroy immortals. How to bring back the dead, etc., etc. He read it because it was intriguing, but he doesn't have a use for it. Yeah, there aren't any dead people that he would want to bring back. He doesn't really care about killing Cartaphilus, so why does he need that book? There's no use for it, really. Reading it comes at a great cost for a person. I just put two and two together. We have seen the pages of that book turning before or around the time Lucy was found in a forest. And we have seen the pages of the book turning when the dog sensei was attacked. Or, I mean, we don't know what exactly happened to him, but I assume he was attacked somehow. Special spider silk of the Websters, but the Websters don't have their spiders anymore. I really, really, really was afraid that we're just getting cock-blocked here, that there's not going to be an explanation. We're about to get an explanation. Oh no, something happens. We're not going to get an explanation. It's so common. It's so common, but thankfully not. Thankfully, we actually get the explanation. And a dog with a lizard tail. That's an actual, like, mythological creature. Does it have a name, though? Quora, my dog just bit into a lizard in the backyard. Large lizard sees off noisy dog with a slap, Daily Mail. I guess not. Yeah, I guess not. And yeah, everybody likes to talk to a mage. And there are various people. There is tiny little goblin looking someone. There's Rock Sensei. There is Toll Sensei. His bone, indeed. This is great. He was in the middle of a question. We actually get our explanation. It's so common in anime to just someone gets, cut off, and we just don't get the knowledge, the explanation that we wanted. Not in this case, though. Thankfully. Thank fuck. The Webster family made a living by producing and duplicating magic books that were indistinguishable from originals. That book was probably placed in a storage. Pages were made in part using the silk that their magical spiders spun 8 years ago. The entire Webster family, excluding Lucy. I wonder why Lucy was spared. I wonder why was Lucy spared. Excluding one person was murdered, probably by the Sargent family. Do I have it noted anywhere? I don't think so, so let's note it down. Websters were massacred by surgeons. We don't know who did it. Survivors 1 is a student at a college. The eldest son, who was slated to inherit the business, Seth, has no control of magic. So he's non-magical, essentially. Why did he change the surname, though, I wonder? Probably to disassociate himself from the family? Maybe. And yeah, I mean, of course, people will not be bothered by the likes of you because everybody looks some sort of weird around these parts. Some are made of stone, some are made of water. Did you see the nurse? Nurse looks more freaky than you do. Sound sorcery. What is friendship? Yeah, here's the pages of the book turning. That sort of like, you look into the void and the void peeks into you. This sort of a visual we get in the background. Our dog sensei just peeped the horror. He just peeped the horror, and it's not gonna end up well for him. I know you hate me. Do you really? Or do you think that he hates you? And werewolves, apparently. Blue eyes and yellow eyes. Werewolves, or is it just a mask? That's a good question, actually, because it could very well just be a mask, and they are more humanoid underneath. There aren't any ears, although ears might very well be hidden. Lagomorphic legs, though, and the kind of like, not bushy tail, that's not the correct term to use here. Dog tail, wolf tail, they're probably werewolves, let's be honest here. Who could it be, though? Who could it be? Then again, it's their gloves that have like metal attachments at the end. Those aren't their actual claws. So maybe. But then the legs, though. Then the legs are lagomorphic, and there is some, tufts of hair in the back. I don't know, man. Could be werewolves, could be someone cosplaying as werewolves. Just in case, I'm gonna note it down. Werewolf assassins are just cosplayers. Werewolf assassins are just cosplayers. in the meaning that they aren't actually werewolves. They are still assassins, though. When will this happen? When will this happen? When they can finally be together as friends and do friendship things and visit a cafe and get some, I don't know, a parfait, and I just want them to be happy. I just want them to be happy. Okay. Okay. That'll do it. That will do it for this episode. A lot of mystery. Metric ton of mystery, but also plenty of explanations, which is good. That's how you do mystery. That's how you do mystery properly. You provide an explanation every now and then. Mystery without explanation, questions without answers just get frustrating in enough time. But not in this case, because again, we got some explanations. I really like the infighting between those families. It's very human, right? Like, all this time, the only thing Chise had to worry about really are fantastical creatures who want to make her their queen, or an ancient god who tries to kill her, or things like that. The situation at school here, this is not the doing of some mysterious magical creatures. This is the doing of humans. This is all humans. The Webster family was killed not by an Enseed or whatever other Celtic creature. They were killed because of some other family. Rian's family was brought to the brink of extinction not because they started a fight with Poseidon and lost. No. They were killed because of the Sergeant family. The book wasn't stolen by a nun wraith. It was stolen by a human, at human orders for human purposes. It's a very big shift in what is the danger, who is the monster. Maybe humans are the real monsters, or have been the real monsters all along. That's a very classic trope, but it kind of fits in here, doesn't it? It kind of fits. That Chise kind of got away, distanced herself from constant danger from the neighbors or what have you. Now she's in constant danger, kinda sorta, but from humans. It's cool. It's cool how it works like that. I also like how everybody seems to have some sort of a backstory. I sometimes complain about the metric fuckton of characters in this show, but so far there aren't really any characters that would be throwaways, that would be truly background characters. Everybody has some story, everybody has some significance. Rian has his backstory that we are yet to learn fully. The St. George twins also have some backstory, also have some goals, also have some aspirations that we are yet to learn about. Same goes for Alice, same goes for Lucy, same goes for most people here. I guess Martin, Beatrice, and Roy, and Lazarus, they don't really have any significance yet, but I have a little doubt that they will be significant somehow. I mean, Isaac, after all, was revealed as someone who has a key with a weapon enchanted within it, and it's apparently something that his family does, or right? It really wouldn't surprise me if Beatrice was revealed to be from the lineage of amazing alchemists, and she was able to create a concoction that somehow helps Chise eventually, or, you know, something along those lines. Everybody has a role, everybody has a purpose. This was a good episode. I was afraid we're gonna spend a lot of time talking, because this seems to have been the kind of the pattern. One episode of exciting action, one episode of talking, episode of exciting action, episode of talking. But we are getting action back to back. We are actually entering the good and proper meat and potatoes of this season. We are past the introductions. Now we get some real danger, we get some real tension. Now the story truly starts. And it's gonna have quite a few episodes to continue, because I assume this arc is gonna be wrapped up by episode 12, and the second part of the second season is gonna pick up with a new arc, with a new story, with a new danger, with some new secrets and mysteries. And I think that's gonna be it. I think I said my piece, said everything I needed to say, but maybe you guys have something more to add. And if so, say so in the comments down below. What did you think of this episode, of my reaction, my theories, stuff like that? No spoilers from the manga, please. Spoilers, go to my Discord here and also in the description. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases of not only Ancient Magus Bride, but also Magia Record, Helk, Zom 100, Shy, Freeren, Shield Hero, Saihateno Paladin, and a metric fuck ton of others. I picked up so many shows this season. I also stream sometimes, so click the bell to be notified of when I go live. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube. On Patreon for $10 a month you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Magia Record, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord. And on YouTube you can use like memberships and super thanks and stuff like that. All of that is down below in the description and stuff. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, share my content, spread the word. It costs you absolutely nothing to do so, and it helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do the good stuff. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: QB, Without the Net, The Survivor, Zetran, Zayrene, Shoshu, Akamancer, Fassel, David, Dr. Watt, Marshall, and Hans Peter. And you can join them without having to steal someone's spiders.